Everyone, as you all wanted, a special episode, so here it is. Flashback 5 months of pregnancy. Jungkook and Taehyung's apartment, early morning. The morning sunlight peeked softly through the bedroom window. Jungkook stood first, blinking sleep from his eyes as his hand searched the bed beside him. Empty, he sat up quickly, rubbing his eyes. The distant sound of vomiting made him leap off the bed. Jungkook rushing to bathroom. He found Taehyung hunched over the toilet, one arm wrapped around his waist, the other holding the edge of the bowl. His face was pale, hair sticking to his forehead, and eyes watery from retouching. Jungkook kneeling beside him. Hey, Taehyung shook his head weakly. It's the smell again. The fried stuff downstairs. I can't. Jungkook rubbing his back. No more of that. I'll talk to the neighbors, and we are changing our grocery list. No more spices. Taehyung slammed against Jungkook's chest. Taehyung whispering, I hate this part. I can't even eat properly. Jungkook holding him close. You are doing amazing. Love, I'll make something bland today. Toast, cold fried. I'll try everything until you like something. Taehyung weakly nodded at Jungkook, kissed his sweetly forehead. All Taehyung needed now to eat something is hungry, but time escape, college campus, garden area. You sat with a group of friends, sipping her iced latte and pretending to scroll her phone. Her eyes, however, were fixed across the garden where Taehyung sat under a tree, reading a book with you muttering. He is acting weird again. Her friends saw Yoon looked up. Weird how? Yoon eyeing Taehyung, always tired, always looking like he will faint. Did you know? Did you see how pale he is gotten? And he eats like a bird. Lately something is off. So Yoon, maybe he just dieting or stressed. Yoon narrowing his eyes. Her eyes, no, it's more than that. Her jealousy only grew watching other students walk by, smiling, waving at them. Random student, Taehyung, you look so pretty today. Another girl, your skin is glowing again. What's your secret? Taehyung gave them a polite smile, his voice soft. Thank you. You clench her cup. College cafeteria later that day, Taehyung walked in, covering his nose subtly. The smell of kimchi stew and grilled meats made his stomach crunch instantly. He looked around desperately and walked straight out of other side, unable to take it. Behind him, Eve watched Eve to herself, avoiding food again. She pulled out her phone and snapped a picture of them walking away back at apartment. That evening, Jungkook stood in the kitchen, his brows frowned as he boiled plain rice and steamed some vegetable. The table was full of dishes he had tried over the past week. Everything from cold noodles to plain toast with jam. Nothing stayed in Taehyung's stomach for long. Jungkook muttering to himself, this one, maybe he will like this one. He turned to living room where Taehyung like curled up with a pillow under his. Jungkook, baby, I made something soft. Try a bite. Taehyung mumbling, if it smells weird, I'll cry. Jungkook clenching softly. It's steamed carrot and smashed potato blend as pepper. Taehyung giggled despite the exhaustion. He sat up slowly, holding the Holding the bowl, Jungkook offered one bite each. Slowly, things surprised. It's not bad, Jungkook revealed. Thank God, I was gonna lose it if this one failed to. Taehyung smiles warmly. You are really trying so hard for me, Jungkook sitting beside him. Of course, you and our baby are my world. Taehyung leaned his head on Jungkook's shoulder. Taehyung, I'm sorry for being difficult. Jungkook, you're pregnant. You are not difficult. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are everything. College hallway. Following day, you watched them from the corner, noticing how Jungkook stood close to him while they waited for class. Jungkook handed Taehyung a plain sandwich and gently adjusted his scarf. Used to herself, Jungkook caring for him again. Her blood boiled. The Jungkook she knew, distant, cold, and hated touch, was letting them choose and close and protective. You clenching her fist. He is hiding something and I'll find it out. Girls' washroom after class. You passed, scrolling through you to herself. This isn't nothing, that's a pattern. Then she paused, her eyes wide eyes. Wait, could he? Her jaw dropped. No way, he can't. That can't be. But the idea rooted deep in her mind. It could be possible. Taekook apartment that night. Taehyung stood shirtless in front of the mirror, his small bump clearly visible now. He placed both hands over it softly, whispering Taehyung softly, "Hey baby, um, is trying his best. Sorry for throwing up so much." Jungkook came from behind, wrapping his arm around Taehyung and resting his chin on Taehyung's shoulder. Jungkook, you're doing perfect. Taehyung, do you think people will find out soon? Jungkook gently, maybe, but even if they do, we will handle it together. Taehyung, Eve is suspicious. Jungkook sighing, she can keep guessing as long as she doesn't touch you. I don't care. Taehyung turning in his arms as if she does. Jungkook firmly, then she will regret it. Taehyung rested his head on Jungkook's chest. Taehyung, I'm scared sometimes. What if something happens to the baby again? Jungkook cupping his face. Don't. This time we are stronger. We know more and our love is louder than fear. Taehyung nodding, feeling safer in Jungkook's arm and anywhere else in the world. Back to the college later that week, you walk past Taehyung in the hallway. You is marking up. Watch where you walk, princess. Taehyung winced and instinctively covering his stomach. Jungkook saw it, his face dark, and immediately he walked right over, his eyes sharp. Jungkook angrily, you think that's funny? You innocently relax. It was just a bump. Jungkook, you lay a hand on him again and I wouldn't just talk to the principal this time. You blink in shock. Jungkook had never spoken to her like that. Why are you so protective of him? Jungkook calm but cry. I see, Jungkook, because he is more important to me than you will ever understand. He pulled them close and walked off, ignoring her stunned face while you stand there getting angry. Apartment that evening, Taehyung sat on the couch sipping warm milk. Jungkook walked over with a heated pad and gently placed it on his back. Taehyung, you don't have to go that hard on her. Jungkook, she deserves worse. Taehyung giggling. Taehyung, you are such a softy inside. Jungkook, only for you. Taehyung, and the baby. Jungkook kissed his forehead. Always. They curled up on the couch together, feeling the baby move a little. Taehyung gave softly. Taehyung excited. Did you feel that? Jungkook placed his hand again as within. College campus early morning. Taehyung adjusted his oversized cardigan for the third time. The material was soft and fluid, perfect for hiding the small bump, and had started to show more permanently over the past week. But no matter how careful he dressed or how slowly he walked, his baby was changing, and it was getting harder to hide. He stood in front of the mirror in art room, pulling the cardigan tighter and letting out a soft sigh. He hung to himself. Please, just one more beat, please don't show too much. His fingers gently touched the small crab of his belly. It was the fifth month now, and his bump was no longer just a just a little longer. Taehyung is praying to God while he is in his art class, business class. Later that day, Jungkook kept glancing at time on the watch, tapping his pen against the notebook. Professor, and that concludes the section on market positioning. Any questions? No one raised their hands. Jungkook didn't care. He was already halfway out to the door as soon as class ended. Art room afternoon. Jungkook found Taehyung sitting quietly holding a sketchbook in his lap. The cardigan was doing its job, but Jungkook could see the slight gap peeking through when Taehyung shifted. Jungkook softly, hey baby. Taehyung smiling faintly. Hey Jungkook. Jungkook sitting beside him. Tired? Taehyung, yeah. And hungry, but the cafeteria smells like heck today. Jungkook grinning. I brought fruits and plain crackers. Wanna try? They sat in the quiet art room, sharing apples and crackers. Jungkook brushing Taehyung's hair back occasionally, both of them smiling softly. It felt peaceful, too peaceful. College ground. A few hours later, from behind a tree, Eve watched them again. Her camera was ready. She snapped photos quietly. Taehyung eating from Jungkook's hand. Jungkook carrying Taehyung's bag. Taehyung touching his belly again and again. Muttering, why? What are you hiding, Taehyung? He started following them again, walking behind trees and buildings as they made their way to the back gate. What she didn't notice was Jungkook pausing for a second. He turned his head slightly and catch her full eye contact. You freezing crap. But it was too late. She ran back from there and Taekook went home. Jungkook's apartment that night. Jungkook passing. She has been following you for days now. I let it go. The first but this today it was too much. Taehyung sat quietly on the couch, his hands gently rubbing his belly. Taehyung, maybe she just think. Look up, his eyes wide. Taehyung, what are you thinking? Jungkook, stop it, passing. He walked over and knelt in front of Taehyung. Jungkook holding his hand and turned, hiding. I want everyone to know that you are my husband. That you are carrying our baby. I want to protect you openly now. Taehyung's lips parted, eyes full of emotion. Taehyung, are you sure? Jungkook, yes, 100%. Taehyung quietly, I am scared. Jungkook softly smile. I will be right beside you. Next day, college cafeteria lunchtime. The room was full. Students were laughing, eating, chatting, and the usual lunchtime was. Then suddenly the mic at the small stage, the wall turned on. Jungkook was on the stage holding the mic. Jungkook clearing his throat. Hey, listen up. The chatter died immediately. Everyone looked at Jungkook. Jungkook never touched that mic, never stopped. He stood there. Jungkook, I have got something to say. It's important. Whispers started. You sitting near the back, lean forward, curious. Jungkook, some of you may not have noticed that I'm close to someone in the college. That person is Kim Taehyung. It's turned. All eyes landed on Taehyung, who stood frozen near the entrance of the cafeteria, holding his sketchbook. Jungkook continuing, we have been together for years. We got married before college started. Gaps, wide eyes shock. Jungkook, and now we are expecting a baby. I know I told you all that way. Young stood frozen, his heart pounding, cheeks red, but Jungkook looked open only at him, eyes soft, full of pride. Jungkook, if anyone has a problem with that, too bad, because I love him more than anything in this world, and I'll protect him with everything I have. He dropped the mic gently and walked down. The student whispered, murmured. Some clapped quietly. His face turned pale. Taehyung still stood in shock until Jungkook reached him and gently pulled him into a hug. Jungkook softly, it's done. You are safe now. Taehyung eyes watery. I love you. Jungkook is smiling. I love you more. Students came by slowly, offering a size mask. Student Taehyung, congratulations. Student 2, you guys are really cute, like really. Student 3, sorry we never noticed you weren't well. Take care only. Okay? Taehyung smiled back, still overwhelmed from the first time. He didn't have to hide anymore. He wasn't the beautiful boy everyone gossip about. He was Jungkook's husband. He was going to be a parent. Eve sat still in her chair, lips pressed together so tightly they were just turned white. Her hands was clenched. Whispering, married, pregnant, the students around her were murmuring excitedly, most expressing admiration for the couple. A few girls were giggling about how romantic it was, and even some boys were clapping softly in respect for Jungkook's courage. Random student, can you believe they were married all along? Another student, and he stood up for them like that. Whoa, so sweet. His face burned. You in her mind was so sweet about lying, about sneaking around, about him choosing Taehyung over me. She shoved her tray away, making a loud chatter that turned a few heads, but she didn't care. You walk out of there. Girls' restroom. A few minutes later, he leaned against the wall, breathing heavily. Nothing like the poor popular girl she usually saw. You to herself, that pretty face, that innocent act, it was all a cover. All this time he had Jungkook wrapped around his fingers. He took at him. Her jealousy was boiling over. She punched the side of the wall lightly, her with her palm ear, and now everyone loves him more. She remembered Jungkook's soft voice on stage. I love him more than anything in the world, and I'll protect him with everything I have. That line rang in her ears like a nightmare. School grounds, same day after class. Jungkook walked beside them, carrying both their bags casually. His hand occasionally reached for Taehyung's lower back to support him, his touch soft and caring. Taehyung smiled up at him, his cheeks slightly red. They looked happy and untouchable unless you were Eve. She followed them again from a distance, hiding behind the trees, but this time Jungkook didn't wait to be pretend. He stopped walking. Jungkook loudly came out. Eve. Taehyung froze and turned. Eve sarcastically, I wasn't hiding, just walking. Jungkook called, stop following us. Eve shrugging, why would I? I didn't know it was illegal to walk around my own campus. Jungkook firmly, you think I don't know what you have been trying to do? Then gently, Jungkook let it go. Eve mocking, wow, look at this sweet little thing now has a bodyguard and a baby. How lucky. Jungkook stepped forward, jaw clenches. Jungkook low and threatening. You tried one more time to touch him, harass him, or even breathe too close to him, and I'll make sure you are thrown out of the college. You laughing dryly. Thrown out? For what? Jungkook, dead serious for targeting my husband, for harassment, for following us like some creep. I have got enough witness, and believe me, the dean will take my words over you. His face turned red with embarrassment and rage. Her hands trembled at her sides. She was shaking, so now everyone just falls for his soft voice and fake smiles. You think he's some angel? What if he is manipulating you? Jungkook coldly. He doesn't need to manipulate me. I choose him over everyone, including you. Taehyung gently tugged Jungkook's sleeve. Taehyung softly, let's go. Jungkook turned around, grabbing Taehyung's hand protectively. Jungkook, do you? This was your final warning. Touch him again and you will regret it. He stood there, frozen, watching them walking away Eve's room. That night, she ripped her poster off the wall, knocked over her makeup tray, and screamed into her pillow. Her anger was eating her alive. Eve shouting to herself, why him, why not me? I am prettier, I am smarter, I am better. But no matter how much she screamed, the truth didn't change. Jungkook didn't even look her way anymore. And Taehyung, he was glowing not just from pregnancy, from love, and he is getting mad over it all. College following days, Taehyung was now treated with extra care by most classmates, teachers asking him how he was doing. Even the cafeteria staff offered plain food for him. When the smell of spices became too much, he couldn't stand it. She sat alone at lunch now. The girls who used to admire her now whispered about how obsessed she had been with Jungkook and how creep her behavior had got. Popularity was slipping through her fingers like sand. But the worst part wasn't the gossip, it was that smile on Taehyung's face, that peaceful, glowing smile whenever Jungkook kissed his forehead or gently held his hand. You could only watch and sit in the library. Taehyung sat quietly reading a children's book around for a assignment. Jungkook said, Taehyung is smiling. He kicked Jungkook, grinning. He knows my voice. She watched from the doorway, biting her lips, but she didn't dare to step in because she knew now Jungkook wouldn't just protect him with his words anymore. He would protect him with everything he had. And if you tried anything again, she will be the one destroyed. Jungkook's apartment. Jungkook and Taehyung lie together, blanket covering them, soft music playing in the background. Taehyung's head rested on Jungkook's chest. Taehyung whispering, I didn't know people would be so kind, Jungkook. The world isn't always bad. And beside, who could hate you? Taehyung giggled, tracking little circles on Jungkook's hand. Taehyung, thank you for everything. Jungkook kissing his forehead. Thank you for existing. Their hands joined gently on Taehyung's bump. Love wasn't hidden anymore. It was here and it was stronger than ever. End of the story. Hope it was satisfying, and thanks a lot for reading it. Thanks a lot for asking for the special episode. Hope it was good enough for all of you. See you again in the next Taekook FF. Till then, take care, safe, love you, bye bye.